I'm Sarah Borkson-Keeter with REIT.com. I'm here in New York for REIT Week 2017, REITs Investor Forum. I'm joined today by Dominique Moerenhout, the new CEO of EPRA, the European Public Real Estate Association. Welcome, Dominique.
Thank you, Sarah.
So 2017 has been marked by a lot of political uncertainty. What impact is that having on the listed real estate market?
The political uncertainties in Europe have retreated substantially since the recent election of Emmanuel Macron as the new president of France. But a major question mark remains today over the timing and outcome of the elections in Italy. The European listed real estate sector has not been affected by this environment any more than what we have seen on the traditional equities market, although the companies in the UK have been adversely hit by the local challenges linked to Brexit.
And what do you see as some of the main challenges and opportunities in terms of expanding the REIT regime in Europe?
EPRA's biggest opportunities today in expanding the REIT regime are in two countries, Poland and Sweden. Sweden today is the fourth largest listed real estate sector in Europe. So in this country, EPRA has to educate and to lobby together with the property companies and the local regulator to let them understand the advantages of adopting the REIT regime for their country. Poland is the first economy in Eastern Europe, the sixth economy in Europe as a whole. So there again, it's a big work to be done on the lobbying together with the property companies and the local regulator in order to make them adopt the REIT regime very soon. Poland is more advanced, more mature than Sweden, so we might expect a REIT regime bill by the beginning of 2018.
And can you talk about some of the steps EPRA is taking in terms of attracting generalist investors?
Generalist investor is a big topic. In my view, what has happened last year with the designation of the listed real estate as a separate equity sector within the MSCI GICS has represented a very positive milestone in the way generalist investors perceive our industry. We are all conscious that it may take a while or a certain time for those investors to move from the one asset allocation and to increase their asset allocation to the listed real estate sector, but we are all convinced that we will succeed and they will swap their asset allocation. That's one of the key reasons why EPRA's investor outreach program today in Europe focuses on the generalist investors. Amongst them are the insurance companies and the insurance companies associations across Europe, the same with the pension funds, private banks, family offices. This is really the top priority for EPRA today in Europe.
And what are some of your other priorities as you take over EPRA?
EPRA's overwhelming priority today consists in working on the capital requirements reduction, which is part of the Solvency II regulation today. The European Commission has adopted this regulation some years ago, putting a huge pressure on capital requirements for the insurance company. Our objective is to work on this reduction and to reduce the capital requirements to the same level at what it is applied to the direct real estate investments. We have to convince the European Commission that investing in the listed real estate sector is not more risky than investing directly in bricks. Insurance companies is a very important sector in Europe. It's much bigger than the pension fund sector, which is exactly the opposite to what you are experiencing in the US. And today we see a window of opportunity with the European Commission because the European Commission has opened up a midterm review of the Solvency II regulation, and we are currently very busy with convincing the European Commission to reduce these capital requirements. So this is a very important priority because this could have a massive impact on the total market capitalization in Europe. It could even double its size. So this is a key priority for EPRA. In parallel to that, I want to continue the fantastic work that EPRA has been doing with its members over the last years on the financial best practice recommendations. What we want to do now is to boost in the same way the sustainability best practice recommendation, because we have seen over the last years that topics like sustainability, ESG, risk management matters are becoming more and more important for generalist investors in total.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Dominique.
My pleasure. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you very much.
And for more on REIT Week 2017, be sure to visit REIT.com.